Hey there, here I am with my friend Helen. And what are you when it comes to clothes? You've got a lot of clothes, haven't you?
I've got a lot of clothes. I love clothes. I love shopping. I've got too many clothes. Teresa wants to cull my wardrobe all the time.
Okay, but here what we're going to show you is she wore this top once. It's gorgeous silk, and we've identified the spot where there's a spill. It's very faint. Can you see it just there? So I like to identify them just with a peg. This is a two-piece set. So we have pants, and Helen only wore the top. But what we're going to do is we're going to wash them together so the colour doesn't change. So it's important when you've got a set, because this has happened to you before, hasn't it, Helen?
That's right, that's right. So I wore the top heaps and the top lightened over time. And then when I went to put the pants on with it to finally wear it as a little suit, totally different colours. It just looked silly. So that's not going to happen with my beautiful silk
No.
outfit.
So we're going to wash them together. And it's always a good idea to wash something that's brand new, which this is.
What turns it off?
Yep, take the tag off. Okay, and I'm going to show you how we're going to treat the stain on pure silk. And do we know what the stain is?
Oh, I don't know. It could be a bit of salad dressing.
Bit of salad dressing, who knows? And often we don't know what the stain is. So let's get started. I'll put my gloves on, and I'm just going to use wool wash. So always gentle things for natural fibres, especially silk and wool. So just a gentle wool wash. I'm just putting lukewarm water in there and just a little splash of wool wash. Here's our stain. I'm going to gently remove the peg, because once this fabric is wet, we won't know where the stain is. It'll all look like it's the same colour. I've got my plain laundry soap. I'm going to wet this. And here's the thing, the water's a little bit warm because that will help release any grease that is possibly in that stain. I'm just going to rub it gently with this mild laundry soap. I really need to put my gloves on. Dunk the whole thing. So that's the pre-treatment of the stain. And it's always a good idea to wash these things separately. Look, the colour is already running. What a pretty blue.
Yeah, it's our blue, isn't it?
It is, it's our shade of blue. Now, because this one's been worn, we'll also put some soap around the neckline, because that is where it is in touch with the skin. And I'm putting it on the inside. This has got a nice knit lining, because it's the body oils that if left there, they will oxidize and create discoloration. They don't show up immediately. They show up over time, like 2 or 3 or 4 months, or even the following year if you haven't washed it. We're going to put some soap under the arms, just any areas of friction or sweat. That's it. Now we're going to grab the pants. Thank you. And if these pants had been worn, we're going to put the soap on areas such as the hem and the crotch. So anywhere where it comes in contact with friction or rubbing or perspiration, any of that. Just a bit of soap here. So we'll pretend these have been worn. And if they've got pockets, the pocket area. Just, that's it.
So how hot would that water be?
Maybe 40 degrees.
Yep.
Like, not as hot as a bath. Do you want to put your finger in it?
Yep.
So that heat is releasing any grease. The wool wash is helping to soften the water. And this is why it's so important to wash these things separately. Because if we were to put another item in here, we don't have to guess what's going to happen, do we?
Can I put that in there?
No.
It's still.
Yeah, but
Okay,
here's
so
the thing.
yeah.
Unless the shade is identical, you could get these patches.
Okay,
Patches of a different blue. So I'm just going to very gently move it around. Here's the pants. It's because we gave it a jolly good soap. Now we just want to disperse that soap. Just give it a rub very gently. The less agitation we give these delicates, the longer it will last, because fibres come off with washing and wearing. So the goal here is to preserve the life expectancy of something we really love, and hand washing is the way to do it. And it really doesn't take that long. Now we're going to rinse it, and we'll do that until the water runs clear. Helen, you didn't wash it before you wore it, did you?
What? No.
Because that's something to be talked about with the loose dye.
I got David to not wear his new undies. I said, what are you doing? He said, oh, I want undies. I said, I want to wash them first.
Yeah, it's so important for undies. You don't know what is in them.
Yeah, that's right.
Parasites.
Well, you just don't know what's in them.
Okay, we'll rinse it about 3 times, and there's no more soap residue. So just do it till the water runs clear. There's lots of loose dye in there, but it's coming out beautifully. We're going to gently squeeze the water out of both garments, and we're going to drip dry them. I'm going to hang these on a plastic hanger, turn it inside out, drip dry in the shade. So plastic hangers are ideal because you don't want to use any fabric hangers or those flocked ones, because they will get wet. You don't want them transferring anything. There we go. I've turned it inside out, and we're going to drip dry it. Squeeze the water out of the pants. It would have been good to wash them inside out.
Well, you couldn't see the stains. Right?
Yeah, but these were brand new.
Yeah, watch that.
And here we are, inside out, and hung on a hanger, and we're going to dry them. And here they are in the laundry, dripping on this rack. There's a towel underneath to catch all the drips. Make sure it's in the shade because the sun does fade. And this set is actually a really good example where labels say wash before wearing. So a lot of them say this because there is loose dye that needs to come out of those garments, or it could even be bed sheets or anything. It's so important to follow those instructions and wash before wearing, because you don't want that residue of that dye or those chemicals that are in the dye to be absorbed by your skin. It does not belong in the body. Thanks for watching. I hope you've learned something, and be sure to follow along for more tips to help you save time, money, garments, the environment, health, and more. Bye for now.